You have 60 days to make it happen. It's November 1st. We have 60 days until December 1st, which is the end of the year going into 2025. You're not out of time. You're just in time. And I genuinely believe in the next 60 days, you can transition, not necessarily like crazily transition your life, but put yourself in a better situation where you currently are versus in the next 60 days where you could be in terms of going into the new year. Listen, I mean, look, we all know the whole mantra, new year, new me. Don't fall for it. Like, realistically, nothing changes. If you're dealing with the same shit in 2024, you're going to go into 2025 dealing with the same shit. But a lot of people think, okay, going into the new year, I'll reset everything that I even thought I was going to say I was going to do at the beginning of last year, but going into it this year, do it. No, go into the year with just momentum. You have 60 days. A lot can change in 60 days. And in this video, I'm going to show you in terms of what I mean by a lot can change. Basically, if you guys are not new, if you guys are new, hello, nice to meet you. If you guys are currently know who I am on my channel, love you guys, thank you for the support. But this exact business model, I think anyone can come in the next 60 days and not tremendous. I'm not going to sell you a dream. I'm not going to say you tremendously can change your entire position, but you can be in a way better position than where you currently are financially. And here's why, because I've helped hundreds of students do it. I currently do it as myself. And if you're someone that wants to get into content that you can see yourself making content for companies, then this is for you. If you're someone that wants to get into a business model that's kind of beginner level entry where you don't need a ton up front in terms of like drop shipping to Amazon, well, this is for you. It's known as being a content amplifier. And if a lot of you guys are completely new to this, you already know, and I don't know why you've yet to take action. We're in the biggest season of them all, Q4, where brands are willing to pay creators out the ass, and people don't realize how big of an opportunity this is. I've been in this game for about 5 years now. And I make anywhere from 30 to 40 grand a month as a creator working for brands. And basically a lot of my bigger retainers are a lot of the 6, 7K retainers. But as a creator, as someone who wants to get into this game, anyone can do this. Why? Because brands need you. How do you do this? You don't need a following. People think that in today's world as an influencer, you need to have millions of followers to get the biggest brand deals in the world. That is no longer the case. And why is this? Because brands now value having an actual presence on TikTok versus just having Charli D'Amelio and pay her $10 million to promote one video where her audience of 12-year-olds don't even have bank accounts yet. So that's why they value being able to have a creator just like myself and yourself to actually consistently post for them. You guys are probably familiar with TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is an amazing opportunity. I'm not going to say anything bad about TikTok Shop because you can make really, really good money, like really good money. But also with this skill, of course, it's very similar in a way, but you do learn a skill. You learn a couple more skills than what you do with Shop. Shop is more just content, trying to affiliate, that's it. With this, you still can get the affiliate side of things, which is like Shop, but you get that base retainer where brands won't pay you an upfront retainer. Of course, this is all dependent on your experience. I don't want you guys to come in this game thinking a brand's gonna pay you 10 grand right off the bat, because it doesn't make sense for them to pay you that if you're someone that has no experience. You can't expect someone to wanna pay you something if you haven't showed them you can do it. So that's why you take the commission-based deal, you blow them up, then you can get this base retainer. And I will say, the base retainers are lit as shit because it's literally, base can pay the bills, the commissions will buy the vacations, right? If you can get a couple retainer-based deals who can pay you in 5K a month, that's your 5K base, and then everything you make past commission is endless. I always say this, never chase a retainer in the beginning because you rather actually focus on 1 or 2 brands and build relationships out with them where they can actually pay you 3, 4, 5K for the next 6 months. That's 30K per brand. That's 60K from 2 brands. Imagine that, right? That's 6K guaranteed each month. And of course, you can take on more as you gradually go. But in the beginning, I'd say just focus on 1 or 2 brands, right? So here's how you're going to go about it if you wanted to get started, right? You reach out to a brand that lacks a following on TikTok, that has no content on TikTok, or is not even on TikTok, right? Brands do not understand short form. Like I don't know how to stress this. You know, brands know everything in terms of running ads, but when it comes to growing their actual presence and actually having their video go viral, they're like, bro, I have no idea what we're doing. That's why when you go on a lot of TikToks, a lot of brand owner TikToks, you just see like advertorial content on their page because basically what they think and their logic is, oh, we're running this as an ad. Let's just toss them to TikTok and let's cross our fingers hoping something would blow up. And that's just not the case. And I talk to thousands of brands on in all the time, and that's exactly what they do. As of myself, as a creator, right? I've become to the point where I've become selective in terms of who I take on. But as a beginner, don't be selective. Be an open book as a creator because you generally don't know what content or what brand that you genuinely want to work with until you get into it. And here's why most fall off in this game, because motherfuckers just can't be consistent. I realistically believe if you can just come in, be consistent for the first 30 days, 60 days, and post, you will land a paid brand deal, and these brand deals will pay you big money. How do I know that? Because I do it. I've had hundreds of students that do it as well. If you're a beginner, you want to get into this, here's exactly how you're going to go about it. 1, first off, you're going to kind of figure out, okay, what brands are out there, what brands do I want to work with, and then you're going to reach out to them. You can find these brands on email, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and basically you have to have a good script to stand out, and that's the script that I provide, of course, with my students, because this is a script that I currently use as a creator myself. This isn't something where, like I said, I'm going to speak about it. I currently do it. Like, I can show you, I'll see if I can share or somehow show pages that I run right now. Let me see, let me see if I can find it. I currently myself, like I said, run pages myself for clients because I'm still much in this game. Like, I'm not just talking about it. I'm actually one of the creators that do it. And as you can see, you guys can look this company up. It's called Sensei Copilot AI. If you scroll down, I got one of their biggest videos at 250,000 views, and they're paying me a good amount per month. So if you're getting into this, right, you're gonna find these brands on these platforms. You're gonna reach out and say, hey, I can offer you this. Are you willing to allow to get on the call? Get on the call, discover them. Don't try to pitch them right off the bat, get a feel for them. And you will be surprised. You can get these brands to pay you up front without a portfolio if you can position yourself. But the way you position yourself is be able to come to them before the call saying, hey, I jotted out these hooks and these ideas for your product. This is what I can make for you. Are you guys willing to offer me a $500 retainer? You will be surprised how many brands will tell you yes, even though you don't have work, because they can respect that you went out and thought about their brand and said, oh, I can do this and this and this because I've seen this work. They're going to respect you far more than you just kind of reaching out to them and say, hey, pay me right now because I want to make content for you. I guarantee, not even guarantee, I can almost assure you that you probably have a better odds of landing a brand deal without having a portfolio by doing that versus just reaching out to them and say, give me money. From there, like I said, you'll take them on, they'll send you our product, and then here's the beauty of why you don't need your own following. You're going to post on that brand's behalf. Either they're going to give you the login to their page, or you will create a separate page for this brand. And then from there, it's a 20 to 30 video term where you're posting a video or two a day. Here's most fall off. If you can stay consistent for 30 days, they will pay you more. That's the thing. People can't stay consistent in this game, and that's why people get into this game and they drop off immediately because it's just not everyone's built for. But at the end of the day, content as a whole is a very transferable skill. You learn with products, you can transfer it to YouTube like I've done, and then grow on my Instagram like I've done, grow on my TikTok like I've done, be able to sell anything evolving around content because I've learned the skill. Be open and willing just to learn the skill in the beginning, not necessarily chasing the money. Because bro, the minute you chase the money is the minute you lose yourself and you don't understand and you're not willing to learn and focus on the skill. Any skill worth learning will take time. This isn't nothing that I got into and then boom, everything changed. This was 5 years in the making of me doing this, and then 3-4 years in, I started making the money. But it was no coincidence because in the beginning, I told myself that I detached myself from this shit, from the money, and I knew the money would follow. So in the beginning of it all, I please tell you and I urge this. Any skill worth learning will take time. It's not too late. You have 60 days. It's November 1st. Think about it. I hope this video helps and guides you, but I think anybody can come in this game, focus, and then go into the New Year cruise and get all the brand deals you can, because at the end of the day, brands' budgets reset in January, meaning they want to focus on going straight into the year with content out, with a team. I have some of the biggest companies that are waiting to sign terms with me in January that wanted to hold off because of the holidays, and their budgets reset. I mean, I talked to the brand. It's a really big brand I can't really name because just NDA purposes or whatnot, but this brand has a budget of over $120,000, and she literally told me that in the beginning of January, and that term is probably going to be for at least $25,000. So this is living proof of it. Check my Instagram out, check my testimonies. If you guys are interested in what I do, I would love to potentially be able to be a side and help you guys, because like I said, I do this. It's not something I preach. I do it. You can look up that page and say Copilot AI. I do this currently. And I will drop the link below if that's something you'd be interested in. But don't sleep, bro. It's the end of the year. It's coming. 60 days left. Don't feel like you ran out of time. You have all the time still. It's about what you do from here. Peace.